Do not show all your cards. Don't tell everything to everyone. Even when we are talking of loved ones, our close friends, parents, siblings, spouses, we are cautious how much to open up, what to say, what not to say. We have our understanding, our own demarcation regarding the same. I want to ask you, when we are so cautious in our relationship, when we are thinking so much, what is the quality of relationship that we carry? Yes, today I'm talking about an important topic, vulnerability, which we all have. How it impacts our decisions, how it impacts our quality of life, and what can be done about it is all we are going to discuss. Hi, I'm Richa, your clarity coach. So, vulnerability is something that we all know, we all experience, and I do not have any dictionary definition. A standard definition is it's a state of mind wherein you do not feel comfortable, you feel fearful, you feel doubt that whatever I'm saying it might be used by other person on certain occasion. For example, say I do not know how to make tea and I say this. So when I said this, it's casual, it's a general discussion. I know that I could easily talk about it. But in certain occasion, what happens is somebody actually utilizes this information in a sarcastic tone, or you don't talk about it, you don't even know how to make tea. And this is a small example. So, things which are very personal to us. And this is one reason why relationships do not work. In fact, a lot of decisions that we do not take because we feel vulnerable, or rather, we take because we feel vulnerable, both ways. So, this is not something that can be done hush hush. In fact, I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were generally discussing marriages, especially the uh, kind of relationship that we have, wherein love is almost non existent. We do not know how to take care of others, we do not know how to consider others, uh, we do not know how to be with each one and allow each other to be the way they are. And I said that, the challenge is in any relationship, we never open up because, unfortunately, from the very beginning, from our childhood, we have seen that on different occasions our weaknesses have been utilized, misutilized rather. They have been utilized against us as a tool, as a weapon. And so we know that when I am vulnerable, I better not open up because it might go against me. And when in a relationship, we do not open up, we do not be honest, we do not get an opportunity to be honest, and we do not allow others also to be so, the transaction is on, then where is the question of relationship? There is no relationship actually. And so, vulnerability is not something that we can ignore actually. Although in our everyday experience we say ऐसा ही तो होता है, this is how people are, and all those things. But is it really okay ऐसा ही तो होता है? Not really. So if this is how vulnerability is, how it impacts our decision making. You see, a lot of decisions that we want to take, we do not take because we feel vulnerable. We know that we are weak at certain position, and if the decision goes against us, we will be left, right, center, we will hear. Nobody is going to spare us. Nobody is going to be considerate. Nobody is going to be loving. Nobody is going to give their shoulders. Nobody is going to be understanding. Rather, people are going to misuse the opportunity. Oh, let's take this. The person took this decision. We warned them not to take that decision, and see what has happened. Devastation. And hence, because of this, we do not go ahead. We do not take those decisions which are very close to our heart, which we want to experiment with, which we want to give it a try. And so, something within us sulks. Something within us sulks. Something within us feels incomplete. Something within us feels suffocated. Something within us just not feels right. Slowly and gradually, this becomes a pressure cooker. Initially, it's all right. We take it the way it is, but slowly and gradually, it becomes a pressure cooker. So, what can we really do about it? First thing to understand is it is okay to be vulnerable, and we can only take care of ourselves. I am not at all talking about the other person right now. So, one, it is okay to be vulnerable, and when the other person misuses it, we need to hold ourselves. We cannot give all our powers to others. We cannot allow others to sabotage us, to damage our self esteem, to damage our self respect. Somewhere we have to become something like chikna ghada, that even if others are sarcastic, they are not supportive, it doesn't penetrate us. The problem is we become like a sponge, a single statement, and we tend to absorb it. Everything is soaked inside. Now, there is a problem when we soak things like this. So, the first thing that one has to remember is it's okay to be vulnerable and to be cautious that others might utilize it. And when this happens, that others utilize it, I have to be sensible enough not to absorb it. So, what will help you not absorb it? You need to take some break, take some pauses, stay in silence, check your emotions, check the feelings, check the thoughts, check the self talk that's happening, and change your track. Move into doing something else, engross into something, maybe reading, maybe some instrument playing, maybe going somewhere, but divert your mind. Do not absorb, right? So, do whatever you wish, which is of course coming from wisdom. That's for granted. Whatever you wish does not mean I wish to just sleep and I wish to just be on social media. That's all right. No, do whatever you wish based on wisdom. And then, even if situation comes wherein your vulnerability is at stake, do not become a sponge. Please know, everybody had their own struggle. Unfortunately, people have not learned to be wise. Unfortunately, people have not learned to give space to others. Unfortunately, people have not learned to consider others. तो वो बुक्स में, लाइफ स्किल्स की बुक्स में, ट्रेनिंग्स में एम्पैथी, कोलैबोरेशन, ये सब पढ़ते हैं ना, बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. लेकिन जब इसको अप्लाई करने की बात आती है ना, तो हम ये सब अप्लाई नहीं कर पाते. क्यों? क्योंकि हम इतने सेल्फ सेंट्रिक लोग हैं. और ये मैं बार बार अपने हर एक वीडियो में कहती हूँ, हम इतने सेल्फ सेंट्रिक लोग हैं. मुझे बुरा लगा, मेरा नुकसान हुआ, मुझे ये कहा गया, और ये मुझे जो है ना, ये बहुत बड़ा हो जाता है. तो जब मेरा मुझे बड़ा हो जाता है, तो दूसरे वाले का भी मुझे बड़ा हो जाता है ना. सो प्लीज़ नो, you cannot behave as a sponge. They are coming from a space wherein they also have not learned to handle vulnerability, right? The second thing to do is, do not take advantage of others' vulnerability. That's a tough one, because there is something in us that, and we have been always taught, not tit for tat. So there is this reaction, there is this vengeance, the feeling of vengeance. If somebody has done something wrong, immediately, if the opportunity comes, attack, and immediately I'll go ahead and take revenge. Can you hold yourself and not react, rather respond, and not utilize or misutilized others' vulnerability. Just two things. And if you are able to do this, and I'm telling you, this takes a lot of self work, inner work. And that's why people run away from these. Who will do the inner work? It's a terrible thing to do because it demands that you question yourself, it demands you question your patterns. So people run away, but then you will have a life full of शिकायतें. पूरे दिन दूसरों की शिकायतें करते पाए जाओगे, दूसरों की गलतियां निकालते पाए जाओगे और उसी में मज़ा आएगा. सोचो फिर लाइफ में क्रिएटिविटी के लिए स्पेस ही कहाँ बचेगा. आपने जगह छोड़ी, आपने तो अपनी पूरी ज़िंदगी भर ली है इन चीज़ों से. हम दूसरों के बारे में कैसे बात करें, हम गॉसिप कैसे करें, हम शिकायतें कैसे करें. How can creativity enter your life then? So, do not be the sponge and do not take advantage. Two important lessons. And if you are able to do it, then you will see the way things change. Slowly and gradually, it will take time, but the other person will start observing it. Because you are emanating a different energy altogether. It will take time, so be slow and steady, but do not give up. And stay tuned for more. In upcoming videos, I'm going to talk more about these topics and how it can be helped. One important thing is, if you just listen to this video once and leave it, a good moral science lesson, nothing to get practiced. If you want it to come to your practice, then you must learn to stay with some group, with some people who support you in this way. So at least you can subscribe to the YouTube channel and keep listening to all the videos, and that will surely help you. So see you in my next videos, wherein we will talk a little more about handling vulnerability and its impact on decision making. Right? Stay tuned. Take care.